the Model 229. I think 3P51.
So how old do you think the film Memphis is, James?
Well, I actually remember going to that, seeing that in a cinema in Hull when it first came out. So I reckon it was 1989.
It was 1990, which makes me feel incredibly old.
I actually watched it again not very long ago. And I have to say, I got it really, really fun.
Brilliant, amazing film. The Bombay doors open on Sally Me there, just as to give us a belly sign.
It's actually not that big for a 4-engine plane, and you're right that it can do about 2.5 tons, something like that, whereas an Lancaster at a push could do 10. On the other hand, they are designed for slightly different roles. B-17 is predominantly a daylight bomber, hence the images we go through, which is why it's got 1350 caliber.
The last pass, Peter. Hey, for B-17, commencing last pass, please. Smoke. B-51 visual.
Most night fighters, the proper night fighters are attacking from underneath with their shriek of music, their cannons pointed upwards, so very, very underprotected. But the underprotection means they can take more bomb load, so it's a payoff. But that's why nearly 50% of all those included in Bomb Command didn't make it home.
Mustang, reversing left, now.
I remember talking to who remember, I think it was the well, the B-17 was initially earmarked for the 8th Air Force over in 1994.
B-17 turning left, darling.
Wing flies through all 3/4.
And 109 rolling.
Just in front of the tailplane. Yeah, that's all I have on the blue shots. There's still plenty of amazing.
51 are through, heading back to the north of the hole. B-17 visual. Thunderbolt, last pass. Copy Thunderbolt. Remember, there's nothing to fill in at this point, so the quicker you get together, the better it'll be. Sorry, delay. Keep down. No, just crack on with it. Copy. Thunderbolt's out looking for the Bouchons. Two right. Pulling over right.
And both the Bouchons now landed. Dave and John bringing those Bouchons down very gracefully. With a crosswind, I'm told the Bouchon is a very difficult aircraft, and the crosswind makes it even trickier. So they've done very well with this crosswind here to land those very well and taxiing into park as we watch our 3 putting on quite a dazzling performance in their aerobatic routine.
advantages of flying the Messerschmitt 109, and that was certainly true. It's a terrific torque. It basically wants to flip itself over, so you've got to counteract that. That's fine if you're incredibly experienced. What one has to remember is there aren't any two-seater fighter planes in the 1940s. So there's a sort of giant leap of... So back in 1940, a Messerschmitt 109 pilot arriving at a squadron for the first time would perhaps have maybe 150, 170 hours in his logbook. So on type. By the beginning of 1944 or end of 1943, that's more like 100 hours or even less than that. Of course, it's a complete lapse in the slaughter.